Yeah, online dating is just more fun if you're having fun and if you're having scotch.
Welcome to the Dating Transformation Podcast. Here's your host, dating coach Connell Barrett.
All right, welcome back to the Dating Transformation Podcast. It's me, your host, Connell Barrett. I'm a dating coach for men. I help guys gain confidence, learn to flirt, and get a great girlfriend, all by being radically authentic. And today we're going to talk about how to be authentic and really magnetic in how you write about yourself on your dating profile so that you get lots of matches and some dates. And that basically so you just know what to write, what to say. And a big problem we want to fix today is answering the question, what the hell do I write? What do I say about myself? How do I write about myself in a way that makes women want to swipe right? And this is a big sticking point. And you probably struggle with this because it's like, what do I say? Do I brag? Do I talk about my favorite TV shows? It's like just staring at that blank screen can just make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. So let's talk about how to write a really good bio, how to write about yourself, both on the bio and also with prompts on apps like Hinge and Bumble, and essentially the art of writing about yourself. So here we go. I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of tips at you and we'll see which ones resonate. So first thing you want to do is understand that when you're doing a dating profile, most dating app bios of men suffer from a fatal case of I like long walks on the beach-itis. They're just dull and they're cliche. They read like a resume. So you want to avoid the dullness and the boringness of I like long walks on the beach. I like The Office. So how do we do that? Well, there's some core key elements you want to have in your bio. When I say bio, by the way, I might be talking about that core bio like on Bumble or Tinder where you get to write a few hundred words about yourself if you want to, or I should say a few hundred characters. But I'm also talking about the prompts and basically any written part of your profile. So here's some core elements you're going to want. Here's what you do. In other words, here's what you do want in your bio. You want clarity. First, clarity. Women want to burn the minimal amount of mental calories when they're reading about you. So if you confuse, she'll snooze and you will lose. So we want things to be clear, just crystal clear. Clarity comes first. Next is personality. It should be light. It should be fun. It should be authentic. It should show you. And also it should have some humor or at least some fun. It doesn't have to be stand-up comedy funny, but the part of the way we want to present our personality, or you want to present your personality, is have a little fun, have a little humor. Making her laugh is better than having six-pack abs. Okay? Also, positivity is a key. It should be good vibes only. No bad vibes. Brevity, less is more. It should be sincere. Again, authentic, sincere. It should have some heart. Let her glimpse the real you with some specifics. It should also have what I call chick bait. Chick bait. That is stuff that women are just kind of drawn to. You know, dogs, yoga, the beach, surfing, a cool job, great food, great guac, great coffee. Basically things that make people in general, but women in particular go, oh, that's a topic that feels good to talk about, right? Sidebar, there was a study done by Zoosk, the dating app Zoosk, that found that men who mentioned guacamole on their profile saw their match rate go up by 144% on average. So just saying. Mention guac if you're into guac, potentially. Your profile also needs to have, or your bio needs to have, a call to action. Basically, a call to action that tells her what to do or asks her a question and makes it really easy for her to reply. So a call to action might be, Would you rather date John, Paul, George, or Ringo, right? Or swipe right if you love Pop-Tarts, or swipe right if you hate Pop-Tarts. Something that tells her what to do, as opposed to just not giving her a directive. We like being told what to do. All of us do when we're online, right? Like, how many times have you been told, like and subscribe, smash that like button? It's just part of how we're marketing ourselves to the world. And yeah, those are the core things with what to put in your bio. What not to put in your bio: negativity, such as listing all the things you don't want in a woman. Those things may be true, and it is good to have high standards and to know what you do and don't want, but don't list those on your profile. Also, you don't want to put any variation of no drama. No drama. I don't want a woman with any drama. Women hate this justifiably, because it's kind of like saying, have no emotions, be perfect. Everybody has emotions. We're all doing our best on this crazy planet. So don't feel, in other words, we're all entitled to have good days, bad days, and drama's going to happen in life. Don't put that on your profile. Putting no drama on your profile is going to get a lot of swipe lefts. I promise you that. No vulgarity, obviously. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have some sexual innuendo. That's okay, but no vulgarity. And of course, no, I'm sure this isn't you, but I have seen this. No fat shaming, no slut shaming, no bi shaming. Referring to yourself as clean. I only want to date somebody clean. I'm clean. It's just stay away from that kind of stuff. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't sound good. And it can also get your profile banned on some apps. So just beware and avoid those kinds of things. Now, let's talk about the nitty gritty. Let's talk about how to write the bio, okay? I like to start off my bio, or any bio, with a hook, because a hook is basically the first line of your bio. It's a first line that hooks her interest and makes her want to keep reading. Because how do most guys start their profile, right? The cliches that I mentioned before. Hey, I'm giving this a try. Or looking for a partner in crime. That's a cliche. Don't use looking for a partner in crime unless you're an actual bank robber. Then it's okay to say you're looking for a partner in crime. The opening lines, more opening lines that don't work, and I'll tell you how a hook is different. Generic greetings don't work. Like, what's up, ladies? How many times have you seen this or written this? I'm bad at bios. Or just giving online dating a try. Why would you? Don't write I'm bad at bios. Would you buy an iPhone if Apple's slogan was, we're bad at technology? No way. And also just try to avoid quoting from really obvious movies and TV shows that everybody does, like The Office. Like, hey, I love The Office. You love The Office. All of humanity loves The Office. We don't need to put that on your profile.
I'm gonna read your mind. Ready? I'll bet that you would love to confidently approach women, get great matches on the dating apps, flirt with charm, and attract your dream girlfriend, right? But fear keeps you from approaching. You're not sure how to flirt. You struggle on the apps, and desirable women just don't seem into you. Well, I have great news. Dating coach Connell Barrett can help. He's guided thousands of men like you to more confidence and helped them attract their dream girlfriends. So book a free strategy call today to see if Connell's coaching is right for you. On your call, Connell or a team member will give you personalized advice to help you have more confidence, more dates, and more fun. Oh, and you'll be dating women as your best self, a charming gentleman. That's because Connell does not teach creepy pickup artist tricks. He unlocks your most confident self, so you can make authentic, romantic connections. Your next steps? Book your free call today at datingtransformation.com/contact and grab a time that works for you. Then you'll be on your way to more confidence, better results, and attracting bright, beautiful women. Oh, So you know, soon Connell will stop taking on new clients. So book a call today while you still can. Go to datingtransformation.com/contact and transform your love life. Bye.
Instead, we want to write what I call a hook. So a hook is something that captures her interest in some way. For example, a humorous hook, something that makes her laugh, gives her something, right? It gives her good emotions. Let me back up because I'm kind of moving a little too fast here. A hook is a line that gives her some value that makes her want to keep reading because she's enjoying it. And I guess that kind of leads me to a major overall point here, which is when writing about yourself, yes, it's about yourself, but it's not for you. It's for her. It's what's in it for her. That might be the biggest writing about yourself mistake that men make, is they write about themselves. They write for them, the man, but he doesn't write for his audience, the woman. And the only reason she's reading your bio is because she wants to know what's in it for her. So the art, there's an art to this, and it's really about writing about yourself in a way that makes it for her benefit. Okay? So hopefully that made sense. So what is a hook? A hook is something that gives her something, helps her, it benefits her in some way. So it might make her smile or laugh. It might paint a picture for her of what it'd be like to date you. It might just be something different and unusual. And you're giving her value by just not being boring. You're saying something interesting, different, but also cool. Not different, weird, and like really weird, but different and cool. So here are some examples of hooks. The first line is a hook. So something like, danger, all capped. Danger. My profile may make you fall in love with me. Or another version of that I tested and had good experience with was, danger. My karaoke voice will make you swoon. So the all capped danger, it serves as a pattern interrupt. It's not something she's used to seeing. Like, danger? Wait, what's the danger? I'm just on a dating app. Where's the danger? And then the next line is something that's in it for her. Danger. Ooh, his karaoke voice might make me fall in love. Interesting. I'm talking about what's in it for her. And I'm trying to market to my ideal date. If I was going out on dates, if I was single going out on dates, I would love to go on a karaoke date. So I'm basically saying, hey, if you like karaoke, I'm your man. Another example, here's a good humorous one. The opening line is, the hook is, I'm a man on the street with a dad bod in the sheets. I like that one. As a guy who's trying to get rid of his dad bod, I like that one. And it works because even if she doesn't know the Usher song lyric that this alludes to, it's very silly, it's funny, and it's self-effacing. Most guys are bragging on the dating apps, but you're talking about your dad bod. You're also being really honest and vulnerable, which is pretty damn attractive to women. Again, that radical authenticity. Here's one I like. If you're taller, if you're 6 feet or taller, I like this one for a hook. I'm 6'2", or whatever your height is, but for me it's I'm 6'2", so you'll definitely be the little spoon. Make sense? Now I'm basically letting her know I'm tall, but I'm not doing it in a super lame, look how tall I am. I'm framing it as, I'm tall, and here's how you're going to benefit. I'm 6'2", so I'm the perfect big spoon. What else? Oh, here's one that works pretty good. This gets a little bit funky and weird, but this is my personality. I had a good hook that was working well a while back, and it is, I'm a very good kisser, ... At least that's what my cousin tells me. So now I'm being a real smart ass and very cheeky. Obviously that's a joke. My cousin and I, we do not kiss. So I'm showing my sense of humor. I'm also mentioning kissing. So I'm mentioning datey things like kissing and being tall and spooning. These are things that are part of dating, right? sex, love, kissing, spooning. It's okay to mention these things. We just don't want to be vulgar when we do it. So those are examples. Those are some examples of hooks. Oh, and then one that really worked for me, just as a test, was just simply not doing a joke, just saying an unusual, cool but different fact about me. So sometimes just writing, "Hey, I'm a dating coach for men," just like the movie Hitch. Sometimes that worked to make women say, "No way, really? What? You're a dating coach?" I mean, my girlfriend, Jess, she told me that after we started going out regularly, she even said, "Oh yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to have a date with a dating coach. That just really caught my attention. Made me want to keep reading. And then it made me want to meet you." So obviously you don't have that card to play, but what is something unusual, different / cool about you that can make a woman say, "Well, that's different," but also we want it to be high value. You know, we don't want it to be, "Oh, yeah, I just got out of prison for 7 years." That's different, not super cool. So what's your version of "I'm a dating coach for men," like in the movies, right? I had a client who, he's a Hollywood agent, literally an agent for, I should say he works with Hollywood people. So his hook was, "I'm a Hollywood agent, just like the guy in Entourage, ... but I'm not nearly as douchey as he is." So that's one way to go. If you have a cool, unusual job, you can do it that way. Even if you just have what's the best dish you cook? What's the best cuisine you would prepare for a woman on a romantic third date dinner at your place? Your hook could be something like, "Danger, my rigatoni bolognese might make you fall in love with me," with a little pasta emoji. Now you're saying something that women have never read before, and you're also saying, "Hey, here's what's in it for you. Want to date me?" It's kind of the vibe here we're going for. Okay, a bit more about how to write about yourself. You also want to have details in your bio. What do you want women to know about you? What makes you different or awesome or a great catch? And what we want to do is show them with specifics, not tell them with vagueness. So remember in high school or college, you probably had an English teacher or writing teacher who said, you wrote an essay and they wrote, "Well, you told me, but you didn't show me." So think of it like this: show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. So, for example, don't say, "I like adventure." Okay? Or don't just say that. That's telling. Showing would be, "I live for rock climbing in Colorado." That paints a much clearer picture, right? Don't put, "I really love to travel." Everybody loves to travel. That's telling. Show them what you mean by that. So you can say, instead of "I love to travel," you might say, "I just got back." I mean, make it true, of course, but "I just got back from Greece, and next trip coming up is Machu Picchu, climbing the Alps," whatever your travel is. So just getting specific, you're showing and not telling. By the way, the same thing goes for talking about humor, or I should say the topic of humor. You might be tempted to write something like, "I have a great sense of humor." And I'm sure you do have a great sense of humor, but that would be an example of telling. It's much better to show what you mean by that. So think of there as being 3 levels here for humor. Level 1 is, "I have a good sense of humor." That's just telling. Level 2 is showing, which would be, "I love dad jokes and raunchy Judd Apatow movies." Now we're getting into showing what that means. And women can feel that. It's more impactful than "I have a good sense of humor." And then the third layer, which is best of all for humor, is actually don't just say the types of humor you like, is actually show your sense of humor, which is what I was doing on that hook that I mentioned, where I wrote, I'm a good kisser. At least that's what my cousin says. So that's me making a naughty, kind of a cheeky joke. That's just one example. Another example, another example of my humor, and here I have a bit more of a dad jokey sense of humor too. I had really good success with this hook on Bumble. It was, what was it exactly? It was, I'll never send you a dick pic, but I might send you a duck pic. And then I had a duck emoji next to it. I got so many matches and so many women on Bumble, because they have to make the first move. So many women on Bumble said, where's my duck pic? What kind of duck pic are you going to send me? Tell me more about your baby ducks. And it was just very light, very playful. And I genuinely have a pretty light, playful sense of humor. And so I just want that to come out. So again, with humor, don't tell, show. Okay, and then let's talk about that call to action. Actually, sorry, let me come back to that, because that's going to be the last thing on your bio. It's also good to have one line on your bio that basically says what you're looking for with relatively good specificity, but not so specific that you're going to exclude every woman. So it's good to sort of screen for what you want, but not be screening so microcosmically that you screen everybody out. Like, I'm only looking to date women who are 5'7" and have a mole and whose last name ends in an I, and she's this religion and likes this TV show. Like, we don't want to get that dialed down, but we do want to get relatively specific. And keep it simple. Keep it to like 2 or 3 simple things. It can be very universal as long as it reads as specific. So it could be something like, I'm looking for a fit, funny woman who loves Netflix binging and karaoke parties. That's me, basically, the kind of thing I would write. So yeah, that's going to speak to a lot of women, but also it's going to make your type of woman feel, oh, that's me. I like those things. And that is going to make you come across as the selective guy you are, or should come across as, and hopefully are, but not be so nitpicky and specific that you're going to weed out lots of good options.
Rejection, ghosting, loneliness, lack of dates, and lack of confidence. For many men, dating just sucks. But it doesn't have to. There's a simple yet powerful way to gain instant confidence and attract a great girlfriend. Be radically authentic. It's all laid out in the #1 Amazon best-selling book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't. Your step-by-step guide to attracting wonderful women and doing it with total authenticity. Author and dating coach Connell Barrett has had and fixed all the dating problems that you struggle with. He's also helped thousands of men gain confidence and find love. He's put his best tips and strategies into Dating Sucks But You Don't, so that you can confidently approach women and get dates. Become magnetic and attractive, even if you're not tall or great looking. Always know what to say to make sparks fly. Get lots of great matches and dates on the dating apps, and attract your dream woman. You can find Dating Sucks But You Don't on Amazon, or wherever books are sold, in paperback, Kindle, and audiobook. Get Dating Sucks But You Don't today to transform your confidence and find your dream girl.
And then, the call to action. This is the last line of your bio on, say, Bumble or Hinge. And that's simply a call to action where you make it really easy for her to answer. Kind of like at the end of a YouTube video and they say, like and subscribe. Or kind of like on this podcast, the commercials say, hey, book a call with Connell. Buy his book. Because it just helps to tell people what we want them to do to help them to do it. So also a good call to action makes it a lot easier for her to write you back or to write you at all, especially on Bumble where they make the first move. So call to action is going to help you get more matches and help more women start conversations with you. Here are some good calls to action. You could do a would you rather. So a really fun, simple binary choice. So the last line of your bio is, tell me, would you rather have dinner with Lennon and McCartney? Would you rather shower in Evian or swim in champagne? Would you rather date the Tin Man or the Scarecrow? Would you rather eat peanut butter crunchy or peanut butter smooth? Would you, this is a dumb one, but it's worked well. Would you rather eat a potato or be a potato? So that's, you can do like a binary option. That's a really good way to approach this because this makes it really easy for her to write you, okay, or to answer. What we don't want to do is say, so send me a 300-word paragraph about why you love travel. It's like, no, nobody wants to work that hard. But if you just give them an either or, so much easier for her to take the 10 seconds and write you. She wants to write you anyway. We just want to make it really easy for her. Okay? Excuse me. Got to get a cough button on my pod. Also, you could do calls to action instead of a would you rather. You can do it as a directive, right? Just like and subscribe or call now. Operators are standing by. So you can do swipe right if you love Ben & Jerry's chocolate chunk. Swipe right if you're too sexy for this app. If you want to get a little bit naughty, and here's where you can get a little bit naughty. Not vulgar, but a little bit entendre-y. I just made up that word. You could say like swipe right if you got a cute butt. Swipe right if you like men who go after what they want. Swipe right if you think you're a good kisser. ... parentheses, I'll be the judge, winky face. Now we're adding some edge, some cheekiness. A little bit. I like that word edge. Or it could be as simple as tell me, thin crust or deep dish. And then you can add parentheses, pressure, there is a right answer. So you're putting a little like flirtatious pressure on her answer. So she wants to get the right answer. So that's basically what a bio would look like. By the way, in my book, Dating Sucks But You Don't, I have a whole chapter all about online dating. I have basically a lot of copy and paste bios and templates and samples. You can go way deeper on all of these things. I guess I want to also mention, just before we wrap up, I want to mention prompts. Prompts on Hinge and prompts on Bumble are very important, especially on Hinge. I love Hinge. I'm such a fan of Hinge. What I love about Hinge is every single part of your profile is an opportunity to get a like, a heart. So it's almost like you have 10 bios in one or 10 profiles in one. And so every single prompt on Hinge gives you a good opportunity to get a like, a heart, and then get a match and start getting some dates. So quick overview on prompt writing. This goes for Bumble and Hinge. Let's say you're going to write 3, right? 3 on either Hinge or Bumble or whatever the app is. Think of it this way. You want to have 3 prompts, and you want them all to, again, remember the golden rule here. What's in it for her? This prompt is a billboard for why she should date you or what she's going to get out of this. A prompt is not, here are some words about me. My favorite color is blue, and I really like to go jogging. My clients, the guys I work with and the guys I help, I see a lot of, just fluffer. What do you call it? Filler, not fluffer. A lot of filler. So no filler. Every prompt should have something that's in it for her. What would that look like? Well, let's say you're going to have 3 prompts. They should be 3 different categories. One prompt should almost always be painting a picture of what your first date would look like. Now, because you want to entice her into, hey, sounds good. So one prompt can be as simple as our ideal first date. Walk on the water, walk on the beach, followed by a couple of cool pina coladas as we listen to the waves crash. Sounds good to me. I'll date you if she doesn't. That sounds great. The prompt I had a lot of success with on my last go around on the apps was, because I live in New York, I wrote ideal first date was it was a cocktails and flirty conversation at my favorite secret rooftop bar. And I put the word secret in parentheses. It was like strong cocktails and flirty conversation at my favorite secret rooftop bar. So think about how attractive that is to a woman who is at least attracted to my type and the idea of me. To be able, she's on my profile. She's thinking, all right, I don't know, maybe I'll go out with this guy. Maybe I'll write him back. Maybe I won't. And then I'm painting a picture for her of, ooh, I like strong cocktails. I like flirting. I like rooftops. It sounds glamorous. It sounds pretty romantic, pretty cool, right? It's that simple. It's just painting a picture. And I had a lot of women messaging me saying, so tell me about this secret bar. What is it about? What's secret about it? And the secret was she didn't know about it. And I did. I didn't really have a secret to it, but that word worked really well. So feel free to use that if you want to say, hey, I'll take you to my favorite secret cocktail bar hideaway. Just saying secret hideaway is probably going to tempt more women than just saying, I'll take you to my favorite bar. So make one of your prompts something that is painting the picture of the first date. Make the second prompt, or make a second prompt, make it something that is sort of cool and lifestyle-y. Maybe something active. Like a typical Saturday, you'll find me going for a 3-mile run, followed by shooting hoops with the boys, and then crack open the Ben and Jerry's. Something to kind of paint a picture of you out in the world, doing something, being the man you are. So for me, it's like, oh, I love playing tennis. When I'm not playing tennis, I'm on the improv stage, making up songs, doing improv, and kind of just painting a picture for women of sort of like what a day in the life is for me. But again, in an attractive way, right? So think what activities do you do that you might mention? And then a third prompt, I can do a whole episode on this third prompt, but a third prompt, I'd love to see something that's a little bit flirtatious, a little bit, flirtatious. It's a dating app, right? So one of the reasons why guys get stuck in the quote friend zone, both in person but also on the dating apps, is there's just no sense of like sexuality or flirtatiousness. So there's a lot of different ways to be flirtatious. It can be kind of like G-rated flirtatious, mentioning, well, kind of that first date prompt I mentioned is flirtatious. Flirty conversation in cocktail bars. That's a little bit flirtatious. I had a pretty edgy prompt that did a lot better than I expected when I was testing it. This is an edgy flirtatious prompt, but it was, I won't break your heart, but I might break your headboard. Now that's obviously a sexual innuendo, but notice that it's not vulgar. I'm not going to get banned from Hinge for that. It'll be polarizing. And the women who matched with me when I wrote that are basically telling me, hey, I love the sexual confidence. I'm not saying that's you. I'm not saying you should just do that one if that doesn't sound like you, but that's one that you can go that far if you want to with flirtatiousness. Another nice way to do the flirtatious one is, I borrowed this from my buddy Brian, a dating coach who's been on my podcast. Basically, it's you know how Hinge and Bumble gives you the option for describing your ideal relationship? Basically, it's ideal relationship. Trust, it's like trust, laughter, friendship, ... and amazing, you know what. So again, we're alluding to sex, not making graphic sex jokes. We're alluding to sex in a way that's PG rated and lets a woman know, yeah, I'm a cool guy, I'm fun, I'm funny, I'm authentic, but also I'm a man. And part of dating, part of intimacy, of course, I should say part of dating is at some point, sooner or later, sex. So it's okay to have one prompt that is a little bit flirtatious. Oh, here's one more I really liked from my client, John. He came up with this. This was great. He wrote a prompt. It was, I'm a big book nerd, ... Reading in bed together is sexy AF. I love that one because it combines his intelligence and his desire for a smart woman with doing something in bed. It's not sex, but you're in bed together. So there's that romantic aura to it. So yeah, that's just another example. So yeah, when you're writing your prompts, remember those prompts are meant, even though they're about you, usually they're actually for her benefit. It's what's in it for her. Okay. Look, we could go so much longer on this, but I wanted to keep it fairly short and sweet for this episode. We'll do a lot more in the future about what to write, what not to write on profiles. And thanks so much for listening. Remember, be radically authentic because women out there already like you. They just have to meet the real you. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Dating Transformation Podcast. For lots of free tips, videos, and other goodies, go to datingtransformation.com. See you next time.
Produced by Heartcast Media.